Well, here we are in the month of May. Temperatures are starting to warm up, and hopefully by this time we'll have seen a few showers from the month of April carry over into May. So hopefully we'll continue with a little bit of moisture before things begin to dry during the summer. Well, hello, I'm Richard Parrish. I'm the County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources in Leon County. And I want to talk a little bit about some forage management things to consider for the month of May. This discussion will not cover everything that needs to be done during the month of May in regards to forage and hay production, but it will cover some of the main things that need to be done this month. Well, as our temperatures warm up, we're seeing a decline in our cool season weed species, and we're starting to see the growth or the emergence of our warm season weeds. So we want to make sure that we follow a chemical weed control program to reduce the competition among our weeds, that competition between our weeds and our warm season forage species, because there's competition for space, but then there's also competition for those soil nutrients. So by establishing a good chemical weed control program, we're helping to eliminate some of those weed species and reduce that competition for soil nutrients. And by eliminating those weed species now, we're actually going to be saving money down the road in later chemical and fuel expenses. If you put figures on paper, I think you'll see that chemical control of weeds is a whole lot cheaper than mowing, because with chemical control of weeds, you get a longer control period than you do with mowing. With mowing, you have to come back every few days or every few weeks or so and mow, whereas you can get a longer control period with chemical control. Anytime that you're using chemicals for the control of weed species, make sure that you read and you follow those labels on that chemical product and use the product exactly how it's described on the label, because violation of the label, if you use the chemical in a way that's not described on the label, that's a violation of a law. So make sure that you read and follow the directions on that chemical label. Hopefully by now you have taken a soil sample and sent it off to be analyzed, and you've got your soil test results back. Follow the soil fertility program that's recommended in that soil test results, whether it be for grazing pastures or for hay production. Follow those soil fertility, that fertilization recommendation. You've made an investment by performing this soil test, so this is going to save you money down the line. If by only investing in the nutrients that you need in the soil, you're not having to spend money on nutrients that you don't need or you don't need in that high concentration. So follow that soil fertility program based upon your soil test. You're going to provide the nutrients you need for your grass, but you're also going to be saving you some money down the line. As our temperatures are warming up, we're seeing our improved Bermuda grasses starting to really take off this year. So if possible, plan on harvesting your improved Bermuda grasses at about 28 days for the highest nutritional quality. And by harvesting on a 28-day cycle, you're also going to be reducing your supplementation expenses come next winter. So if at all possible, try and get on that 28-day harvest cycle for your improved Bermuda grass. If you've got several pastures, continue rotational grazing to prevent overgrazing of any particular pasture. If you've got too many cattle on a pasture for too long, if it's overstocked, they're going to overgraze that pasture, and what you're going to end up with is a loss of the good vegetation that you're wanting on that pasture. You're going to lose your grasses, and what you're going to come back with is bare ground, bare soil, and you're going to see a flourish of weeds coming up. So prevent that overgrazing by practicing a rotational grazing schedule in your fields. And don't let any one particular field get overgrazed, or else you're going to have a lot of problems down the road. Whether it be the month of May or any time throughout the year, your local office of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has resources to assist you in producing the best quality forage possible. Another excellent resource is the Forage Facts website, maintained by our extension forage specialist based out of Overton. This site contains a wealth of information and resources regarding forage production, and all of the information on this site is free. It's definitely worth checking out. Or you can always contact the Leon County office of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, and we can help provide you with some educational resources and information to assist you in producing the best forage possible. Well, until next month, have a productive May.